Welcome to Indie Insights. My name is Highsight, and this is Skyling Garden Defense. Oh, he's a kitty. I like kitties. So let's see what we got right here. We jump right in and we're immediately faced with our levels. I like that. It gets right to the point. There's little tips at the bottom such as support indie devs. Every tweet, post, and store review helps. Amen to that. So we have a story. Let's try to look at this story. Is this like a new game? The Skylings made gardens. All okay. But blight monsters ruined. Okay. The Skylings were banished by the... Okay. But one of them stayed and chose to fight back. I like the fact that the story is just like right in the level, but that went way too quick. I mean, you didn't have to go that quick through that, all that. I probably could have read it if I was more on the nose with that stuff, but one thing I've noticed, and I'm going to go do it again just so I can point it out, I want you to really look carefully at that text. Do you see it? Super pixelated looking. It doesn't look as crisp as I feel like it could, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's all that pixelation around it, and I don't know that there needs to be. Is there anything that can be done about that? Maybe a higher resolution text? Maybe using text itself? It looks like it's a stretched bitmap instead of actual text. Might be worth looking into that. I believe this game is made in Game Maker, so you might be able to do more refined text. Alright, here we go. Let's hit level 1. Bloom is a girl with magical toes. Greenery sprouts wherever she goes. Yay, rhyming. And that is a cool effect. There's no question about that. Very cool effect. Immediately you can tell how this is Pac-Man based. To save this land, do not despair. Just bring those toes to every square. Beautiful. Cats do not worry. Cats do not care, even when lifted up in the air. I don't know. I think that cat cares a little bit. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are like, I'm going to murder you eyes. When you need to get around, switches move things up and down. That was a weaker rhyme. Ah, okay, so we put the cat... Nope, not there. There we go, simple enough. Kitty sounds! I love the kitty sounds. Alright, so we got some switch mechanics. Elevators do what elevators do. I shouldn't have to explain that to you. Fair enough. So one thing I'm noticing is on the sound front, things are a little muted. Aside from the kitties, the actual sound of the grass growing is very quiet compared to the music. Before you can use the exit square, it must be blooming everywhere. And I am digging the whole rhyme thing. The music is very child-friendly. It's very upbeat. It's very happy. Moving on, you did... Ooh, I want those. You did well. Or, moving on, you did it. Aw, but that doesn't rhyme. You gotta stick with the rhyme or you gotta not do it at all. Come on. Moving on, you did well. Now I'll see you all in hell. No, not kid-friendly. Ah, so we have a 3-star system. Very nice. It's become very commonplace, especially within mobile titles, and I believe this one is also targeting mobile. If it's not, it should, because it's definitely kid-friendly, and it's definitely got easy enough controls you shouldn't have to worry about it. Now, I should note this is all working very nicely with my controller. Stone Ogres stomp where the... rocky is rough, where it's rocky and rough. Smooth and soft, they won't touch that stuff. Alright, so we stop them from being able to move by stopping them from being able to move there. Like so. Oh, lies. Lies and slander. So apparently it doesn't, like, sprouting grass doesn't actually stop the rocky roughness. You got caught. That is a long wait. Okay, actually I wanna highlight that. I'm gonna try to get caught on purpose. And once I get caught, I want to see how long it takes to get back in the action. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds to get back in the action after getting caught. Pressing buttons does not help you. Now that's rough. That is really, really rough. To have your player need to wait that long to get back in the action when you die is a real problem. Because then you're basically saying, to the player that you need to dwell on your failure. You need to know that you failed. That's if I throw a kitty at it. Hey, kitty blocks him. Kitties just don't care. Kitty don't give a crap. Anyway, 10 seconds, that is a lot. What you really need to do is you need to find a way to speed that process up. If the player presses a button a bunch of times, you know that they're saying, I want to go! Let me play, dang it! Let me play! I love the instant fruit effect, but I am noticing one thing. It causes a lot... Oh, that's disappearing. it causes a lot of retreading your steps. Basically, that just overinflated a lot of what I wanted to do. Like, I had to go back and forth there a couple of times to get everything I wanted. Next level. There's also a point system, but I'm not entirely sure what that influences. It might influence the stars, right? That would make the most sense. Like 1 star for completion, 2 stars for doing it in enough time, 3 stars for getting enough points. But the thing is, it's not actually specified what it takes to get each star, is it? So if I ignore the points, let's test that out. Let's not get everything here. Sluggies eat whatever they find, but can be safely picked up from behind. Alright, so we're going to purposely try to miss some of this fruit, because I want to see exactly what happens. No, Kitty. Kitty says stop. Kitty says no go for you. So that fruit's gone. And that's going to sprout some fruit. And I do like that effect. That doesn't need it. Oh, sluggies are all, like, not cool. They stop all my progress. Oh god, I've killed myself. Ah, I couldn't pick the kitty back up again. There's kind of a delay, and I think it's purposely placed where you can't actually move really quickly. It's actually kind of a shortened... it's a short cooldown on what you want to do. Right here, I can move my head nicely, but I can't actually move until the music stops, the intro music. That intro music doesn't do too much for many people. It's just kind of slowing you down from playing. Alright, so let's try to get some of these sluggies, huh? Oh, nope, he went the other way. Thought for sure he was going to keep patrolling around that area. And now we play the 10-second waiting game. La 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 la. La la, okay. So let's try these sluggies again right here. Nope, none of that. None of that. But it is good that we have a definitive path on which way those guys are going to go, but we don't... Oh. Did the sluggies just go wherever there's grass? Is that how they work? That would make sense. Picked up. Hey, look at that. They can kill the other dudes. Hooray, we have murder tools. Now it's a video game. Ah. I say that, but non-violent video games are okay. It's just more fun when I can kill things. Alright, so you're going to do... Oh, what a whiff. Thought for sure that would work. So is there anything I can do against those guys without the sluggies? One does wonder. Doesn't matter as long as the sluggies go away. So I'm not going to touch that fruit. I want to see if that's an impact on me not getting a 3rd star. Because if it is, I think that's something you might want to specify in the menu ahead of time. Say, like, give me the exact specifications on how I can get 3 stars so I don't have to play the guessing game too much. Alright, let's see. Did bringing the kitty home mean anything? No? Kitty don't care. Kitty says no. Nice job. Oh, look at that. 1 star. No time bonus. So yeah, that does really bring up the question, what exactly do you have to do to get all 3 stars? You know what I'm saying? It's a question. And I think it's something that you should really just define outright, so you don't keep the player guessing. Have I done good? Have I done good, lords? Alright. Bollards up instead of down. Wake all the monsters, turn around. Ah, I see. So it sounds like they, when they're all walking in unison like that, they can actually be quite loud. Come on. But it's because they're walking in unison. Alone, they don't sound that loud. Keep it going. It's like a really heavy bass drum kick. Get all the fruit, don't die while getting all the fruit. All the fruit, get all the fruit, don't die getting all the fruit. Anyway, it's really chill music, but is it fitting? Well, I guess it is. Again, really chill music for a really chill environment, I suppose. Yeah, we're gonna have to move the kitty. Good kitty. You done good, kid. E. You done good. I'm gonna need all that fruit now, if you don't mind. And... trap him, kitty! Good kitty! He's trapped! He's so scared of the kitty, I can't even look at it. It's too cute and I'm ugly. If I look at it, it might die. Oh, poor guy. Never allowed to look at the kitty. Never allowed to look at anything ever again. He lives a sad life, that one. I didn't get 150 points that time. Maybe it's because I didn't bring Kitty with me. Poor Kitty. Level complete. Excellent! Yay! Alright, so it looks like the points are very much also dependent on monster kills. Best score increased for level 4. Yay. Alright, flappy bats like to get in your hair and stop you from getting anywhere. Does that mean they just stop me or they actually kill me? I mean, killing would stop me, so you understand. Are they vampire bats? Ah, there, Mr. Sluggy over there. He found his grass. Get out of here. Kitty says no. Kitty says you're a meanie. Kitty says go over here. Alright, let's get you. Haha! I like Kitty. I like that you chose a cat of all things. I gotta say, that's like the most innocent blocking object I've ever heard of, and I appreciate that. It definitely sticks with the innocence theme of this game. Now, what kind of sound effects can we use to kind of up the ante here, right? So we have the sound of those guys walking, my gal Friday here walking. The Sluggies, you got the sound of them hitting things. What about the sound of them absorbing grass? I didn't actually hear a sound effect for that, right? That's the sound of the world being polluted. It's got to be like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Sad times. Picking on little girls like that, it's rude. But yeah, definitely want to get some more sound effects up in here, I think. You've been caught. More like I've been eaten. I've definitely been eaten by that thing. Look at that. That does not look like something that just catches somebody like, haha, got you. No, no, that has eaten me. That has eaten the little girl. The little girl is no more. Anyway, so we got bats, we got sluggies. What else we got? So yeah, there we go. There is definitely a sound effect for it wiping away the grass, but it feels a little less brutal than I would have hoped. Again, very child-friendly game. Maybe you don't want it to be that brutal. Maybe the sound of the planet dying very slowly is not a sound... Oh, am I dead? Or am I just slowed? Okay, cool. Just slowed. Works for me. So they can go across all terrain. Alright, cool. Cool enemy type. Never know where they're going to come from. Never know where they're going to go. Tricky in that sense. Yeah, they do make a sucking sound right now, and it does actually work for it to a degree. I don't know, it kind of sounds a little weak, but it does get the feeling that it's vacuuming up the ground very, very well done. Sucking up the earth. You don't feed Mama Earth feeds it. Alright, let's go in here, and let's get this tree sprouting. I like how it's like got an evil smile before you sprout that stump there. Actually, it's still there. It's just kind of like not as noticeable. You're covering up the evilness of it. I was kind of hoping it would sprout into like a really happy tree, you know? Ah, whatever. I get 8 for a little while and then I move on. Fair enough. Sure, have a little bit of my blood. It's cool. It totally does sound... You say it's playing in my hair, but it totally sounds more like it's sucking the blood out of my brain. Which, I'm going to go with that because it just sounds more brutal. But that evil stump should totally be becoming like some kind of like super happy tree, you know? That's what it feels like. It's like, I'm not evil anymore through the power of you just walking around me. Yay! Happiness, sunshine, and rainbows. By the way, if you can get some rainbows implemented, totally would love it. It's like totally a must for this game. Rainbows everywhere. But I do love the whole Pac-Man concept here, right? It's kind of almost a reverse Pac-Man. Instead of taking away things, you're putting things down, in this case, grass. And it does work for the game very nicely. Get a nice feel out of it. Also Q-Bert. And it does create a nice, beautiful environment when you're done. I'd almost like it. Actually, one thing you could do to try to further up the ante on making the world look like it's being beautified, you know? Once you get an entire area, like once you get an entire island set, you should probably have the brown patches on the side there probably become green or something. By doing that, you're going to be able to look at an island and say, that entire island is covered. I don't have to worry about it. The island is done. That'd be a nice little thing to kind of help visualize the completion of the level. Excellent. I know, I'm a pro at growing. I got a green foot, I guess. Yay. Alright. So how many levels... Ooh, speaking of Q-Bert. I love it. I love it when you pay homage to other things like this, or people in general do. Oh, weird. It's so weird seeing them jump. I don't know why. It's just like their little legs trying to jump like that. It amuses me. This is totally Q-Bert. Everything about this is Q-Bert. And I love it. I ain't getting that fruit in time, though. I ain't getting the 3 stars on this one. There we go. Now, another thing you could do to just try to change it up a little bit, how about different colored grass, you know? I mean, you got different flowers and stuff like that every now and then, but what about, like, autumn grass on some grounds, or, what else is a good sign of life aside from grass and flowers? There's gotta be something else I'm not thinking of, right? I mean, obviously, if you get squirrels running around the trees in there and everything like that, that'd be a nice little animated effect to kind of up the ante on the beauty of it all. But what can you do to kind of demonstrate life and happiness and joy and all that fun stuff that I rarely experience? What can we do here? Instead of just rocky terrain and dirt and stuff. I mean, you can get some, like, springs and lakes and stuff inside those little patches of grass that grow. I do like that jumping sound. That little flute effect. Oh! Should have seen that coming. Is nice. Pick it up or it will rot. Moss, mushrooms, that's good. Those are totally signs of life. Like big old purple or, you know, bright colored mushrooms, something like that. There's definitely stuff you can do to add to the whole greenery aesthetic you got going right here. There's definitely more to see than just green grass. I mean, the odd wildflower is fine, I guess, but I feel like you're just missing out on a lot of different things. I don't see any leaves anywhere aside from on the branches, right? Plus, could you imagine, like, the sound of crunching leaves and stuff like that? That'd be a nice sound effect. Something walks on the grass, or the leaves that you just put down. Let's see. 30 levels total, all unlock after level 3. Oh, so we already have all the levels unlocked. That's nice. I actually like that. I like it when a game just kind of gives you the ability to skip ahead levels if you're feeling like you're not challenged yet, instead of having to go through the really easy levels just to get to the hard stuff. In fact, let's check that out right now. So let's go... Let's check out the other levels. So let's see what the maximum level is right here. Let's see this. Here we go. This is looking tough. Another garden and monsters to ban. Divide and conquer whenever you can. Alright, looks like we got a lot of puzzles up ahead here. Kitty, you go on that switch because I said so. What are those things? Oh my. Now let's pick him up. Where's he going? Have I mentioned that I love the idea of using an enemy as a weapon? That's awesome. Alright, let's try to get multiple if we can here, huh? Or at least one really tougher one. There's this guy, but he's not super tough. He's just kind of in the way. Get all that. And hopefully this guy won't, like, blow up in my hands or something. That'd be unfortunate. I don't think we have a bomb rules on here. So, through the switches, we can divide and conquer. Alright, cool. Let's get all these apples. Get that. Again, we don't need to kill this particular Cyclops. We can save this. We only have the one, so we want to make sure it's for a tougher enemy. Or to just save our lives if we get caught. Now, if I press this button, will that bring down those? Nope. Looks like Kitty's doing that for me. Alright, I guess we'll blow this one. There we go. That'll make this whole part a lot easier. Definitely feels like it's going to be a long level. Now, we are definitely in a game where one screw-up can mean a lot of wasted work, right? You don't really get any reward for second place in this game. You get touched by one thing, that's the end of the level. So I don't know how well it lends itself to long levels like this, but I guess we're going to find out as we go, huh? So let's get over here. Definitely leads to less risk-taking. As I suppose it should. Like that Q-Bert level, I'd keep failing a million times just without caring, but this one, if you fail, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. There's no checkpoints. Alright, let's see. Can we get multiple on this? Nah, just the one. Worth the risk. Nice. I like the guide rails along the way right there, just kind of indicating very easily where you can and cannot jump off. So there's no question about it. There's no work to guess right there. Alright, let's see if we can do this real careful-like. Not a lot of exits for me here. These guys walk on anything and they turn on a dime. Careful. There we go, split right through. And as long as he doesn't turn, I doubt I'm getting all these fruits, though. Yeah, no. None of that now. It's definitely a good game with good mechanics. But I do wonder just how far you can stretch those mechanics. We got 30 levels. But the question is just how well those levels... how well all these levels feel. You know, if some feel better than others or not. Alright, that's all taken care of. So what's left? Now we come to the part where it can be tough to pick out a single patch of dirt that you may or may not be missing. And that's where it might be a good idea to get more visualizers to let you know a section is taken care of. Now, we already have that to some degree, right? We already have that with the little islands. Ooh, careful. With little islands right here indicating when you've cleared out an entire section. But again, then there's the whole dirt on the side. You can probably do something with that, like vines growing down it or something. You know, just to indicate this entire area is clear. Alright, let's try that real quick. Uh-oh. 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 And that's when I feel like I failed at everything. That's when I'm like, oh, man, that 1 second. That 1 second that really mattered. That determined everything I just did in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Probably more like 4, actually. And that can be rough. That can be a real rough feeling. But of course, that is the last level, so you gotta expect something like that. Let's go back to the menu. Let's look at a more intermediate level, shall we? I do really appreciate the concept of all the levels being at your disposal immediately, though. That is nice. But I will say this game has definitely earned its reputation of being Pac-Man and Q-Bert put together. Can definitely appreciate that. Should have taken the kitty with me last time. Could use the kitty to just knock him back. Which way are you going? You going that way? Kitty says no. Look away from Kitty! Shame thyself with your one eye and your sadness. Your sad, depressing life of ugly. Kitty be all like, not this way. I love the kitty. Kitties are really just the answer to all problems on the internet. Yeah, you ain't going that way. I said you ain't going that way. I said you ain't going that way. Oh, well, maybe you are. Crap. The other kitty betrayed me. Kitty 2, why? I should have seen that coming. I couldn't really throw down the cat fast enough to do it again. Once I picked it up, I was kind of locked into holding onto it for about maybe an extra second. Chompers want to ruin your day, but ogres and cats can get in the way. Rhyming. Wordplay. So overall, what would I say about this game? Well, it's a simple game with simple mechanics, and that is not inherently a bad thing. That means it's a game that everybody can probably pick up and understand immediately. And that's important to games, to have easy gameplay to some degree, or at least accessible gameplay to some degree. And I'd say that definitely acts as a good thing for this game. That definitely acts as a favor for this game. I'd say any child could pick this up and quickly understand what needs to happen. I'd say any adult could pick it up and realize it's basically Pac-Man and understand what to do. In a lot of ways, that's a big boon for this game. But how has it evolved? How has it changed the formula? Well, in a lot of ways it hasn't, if I'm being honest. In a lot of ways, it is pretty much Pac-Man, with the one caveat that you don't have the super pill to just wreck everybody's day with the exception of those sluggies, the one-shots that you can kill basically anything with. But you only get the one shot with them, and then they're gone. The sluggies were probably the first really cool advancement in this game, and then they kind of never really amounted to much, you know? Once I did it once or twice, I pretty much did everything I could with the sluggies. Oh! I didn't throw down the cat when I tried to. I guess you can't really throw it down mid-walk. That makes sense. But anyway, it definitely feels like it is a relative improvement on Pac-Man, but only in the sense that with Pac-Man you don't have much of a feeling of progression, whereas with this game you do. In Pac-Man it's literally the same level over and over again, trying to get the higher score and be all happy and stuff. But in this, you actually do have levels you can progress, you actually have a scoring system that matters, but you also have kind of a scoring system that doesn't matter. You have the scoring that's not the 3-star, and then you have the scoring that is the 3-star, and most people are only going to care about the 3-star scoring, unless there's leaderboards. Then maybe they'll care a little more. Let's see. Oh, crud. That's too bad. Alright, let's give one more level a shot here. Which, again, really appreciate the idea that I can keep trying different levels. Let's try a more advanced one, because I haven't learned my lesson already. Run for your life. Get fruit in a snap. Don't let the rooks catch you in the trap. Rooks. Ooh, that's new. Oh, look at that. They move. Lovely. So they actually can work to block me off, which actually just happened. They can also kill me, which is also fun. For them. I feel like they shouldn't really be able to kill unless they, like, push you off the side or something. They should probably only really be able to push you around. Let the enemies do the killing for you. Unless they squish you or push you off the cliff. Alright, so I gotta watch for these rocks now. These giant rooks. I'm still trying to figure out the movement patterns on these chompers here. Now, they also provide area denial, which in this game in particular can be really annoying because you basically have to wait until they move to get the one piece that they're on, and they take their sweet time moving, don't they? What I do like about them is how when they're not moving, they actually do blend into the atmosphere very well. So those who are watching right now might not see it as much as I do, but it's actually very obvious when you're playing that they blend in so well, they kind of just fade into your peripherals, and you don't even really think about it until they actually pop up and start moving sometimes. And that's a really cool enemy type in and of itself, the ability to camouflage in plain sight like that and actually be relatively effective. The only thing that could make them even more effective is if there were dummies of them that actually didn't pop up, but they looked exactly like them when they're stopped like that, you know? Something that they could literally disguise as and look the exact same as when they're not moving. And think about that, that could be a really tough enemy. They're like TF2 spies in that sense. I'm a fruit. No, I'm not. Haha, no apple for you. You're dead instead. But that's a tricky enemy type right there. I can appreciate that. I'm going to die here. Dang. Alright, well I think that's all I'm going to give for our look here at Skyling, but I do think it's a very polished game. I didn't mention that yet, but the visuals do actually all blend very beautifully. The menu is very snappy. It's very nice. But I do have to say that they have to find a way to make it quicker to get back in the action. But look at how bouncy this menu is. That's pretty and everything. The ability that they present their story and their tips and everything by putting the text right in the map, that's very creative. It's just a nice little game overall. It's not like the most amazing game in the world, but it's a very well-polished and well-enjoyable game. What I would love is something I can use these stars for, right? I would love the ability to take these stars, add them all up, and then buy some kind of hats or something, some kind of visual add-ons for this game. Something with these stars. I want these stars to mean something in the long run. So if you can give me some kind of a store where I can spend the stars, some little visual differences like, hey, maybe all of the Cyclopses wear hats now, or all the cats are replaced by dogs, something silly, you know, something you can just change at a whim. That'd be a nice little fun thing that'll keep you playing, keep you, like, wanting to get those stars. But overall, very nice little game, definitely in a good position so far, and I'd like to see it advance and get more polished along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Skyling Garden Defense. Thanks a lot for watching.